is Shonda.
I'm Queen.
And I'm Lonnie.
Welcome to ShoppeCast.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Happy
Browns
holidays.
won.
Give a shout out to the Browns.
Shout out to
Woo.
the home team.
Okay.
We out here.
Yeah.
Go us.
And then we're going to go right into our quote.
That
That was
I'm
weak,
like, what a
wasn't
shade.
it?
It was
Yeah,
low-key
you're
shade.
right.
It was low-key shade.
Okay, so our quote is, the strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but the ones that win battles we know nothing about.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Nice.
That's
real
definitely.
good.
Send that to me.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
And on that note, today we're going to cover systematic racism in our industry. So
That's a good topic.
The tough talks.
The
yeah.
tough talks,
I'm here
the
for
underlying issues
Listen.
that's not really addressed. For
And
sure.
the crazy thing is that we've all been to high school and never even really paid attention. I know I didn't.
I didn't either.
To, the systematic racism.
I did.
I didn't pay
Yeah.
attention to it, honestly, until you just said that was our topic, honestly, for one. But it's true because it's been in my face this whole time. A little secret about me is I have been an educator. I have been teaching manicure courses at a local beauty school. And that's when I started to open my eyes up to it. And then when Miss Shonda brought it up, it was like, you know what, you're right. It's deeper than just actually the way the school is ran. It goes all the way down to the textbooks. The things that are even taught in school is honestly not catered to our side of the industry when it comes to acrylic nails, probably sew-ins and
sew-ins.
They don't
even teach all
any
that.
of it.
They don't teach us acrylic.
So the
acrylic is not a thing.
Book,
I don't understand
which
how
has
not.
been around forever, they probably updated it yearly like they do text in
It ain't
college.
even yearly.
Not really.
It's the Milady,
Yeah.
the Milady textbook,
Yeah.
and 95% of that textbook is based on European hair. You may have one chapter, if
natural
that,
hair.
And that's if
For-
that chapter is covered in school.
right, that too.
Well, I had black teachers, so they did, like, one of my
Thankfully.
teachers brought out the stove and the Marcells
Okay.
and the hot comb.
Okay.
So she made sure to teach us about it. But as far as what we learned in our industry and doing hair, it was based off of European hair. Like,
Right.
if you wanted to learn anything extra, you probably should talk to a friend or
Yeah, figure
Even
it out on your own.
The actual state board exam that you have to take in order to be licensed is based on European hair. And honestly, guys, it doesn't affect us so much.
Yeah,
so,
because we can figure it out.
as stylists,
Yeah.
I don't know if the Europeans care that they don't really know how to do textured hair. That's what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Or African American hair. But what's happening is in the entertainment industry, when they're on TV sets or movie sets or even preparing for red carpet, for instance, they can't find anyone that can do their hair properly. You know what I'm saying? Because mostly there are Caucasian stylists, and because it's not taught in hair school, they don't have a clue how to even approach.
they get the most
textured hair.
prestige stylist or
Correct.
the one
Yeah.
with the name. They don't know nothing about our little
Absolutely.
nappiness going on. And they don't know how to do the hair. Like, it makes no sense to me. Or I feel like, too, with the entertainers, like, I know they got their hair done before they became famous. Like, why you don't go back home and get your stylist?
first
Like,
of
Or
all-
bring your stylist to the set.
Yeah, or find your own stylist.
Yeah.
Like, you can walk into a room and be like,
You can
nobody
put
here is
somebody
going to be
on.
able to do what I need them to do.
It may
Let
be,
me get on Instagram and find me a
Find
local stylist.
somebody.
Like, it's easy to do.
It might be something in the contract, to honestly, because I can't understand.
That makes sense. That makes
I
sense.
can't
'cause
understand why
that could be the team
they
for
wouldn't
them.
take their own stylist. Even like on the news, we see that here locally. Lord
I'd be
Jesus,
scared.
our newscasters, the females, their hair.
wanna say
It needs
no
help. It
names.
needs help, and I often wonder, like, now here locally,
It's a
there
couple
are
that got
millions
Cleveland
of
has
us.
a trillion hairstylists,
Yes.
good ones. Like,
Right.
it's no,
Yeah.
it's no
It's no
question.
reason.
It's no reason at all.
But
Right.
I think that boils down to just who's putting themselves out there, who's making themselves available. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that's not covered in school either, is how to even gain a certain type of clientele and how to reach different avenues versus just standing behind a chair or working at a desk in a actual salon. Like, it's so many different lanes to this industry.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that you can do that don't involve you just going and having a regular clientele. You can do fashion week. You can work for magazine companies.
Mm-hmm.
You can work at a spa. Like, it's a lot of different lanes to it. And I feel like we already know what we want to do in it, and that's just that, or we don't have a clue, and so the only thing we do is the basics, which is going to a salon and do acrylic, or going to a salon and just do hair, versus building your team up, having a team. Like, when we did Fashion Week, the hair side, they came from all over, but the lead of the hair team was from PA, and she had been doing this for years. So she knew what to do. She had a salon, but the guy who put her in charge was doing a whole nother Fashion Week. So it's like he had cornered the whole Fashion Week market. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is so untouched. And he's a black man who had cornered that whole market. I'm like, this is so unheard of. And honestly, till the opportunity had came to me about Fashion Week, I was like, you know what? This is definitely something that should be going on. Like, this is something that I should have had my eyes on for a long time now. Mm-hmm. And then from there, it made me open up my eyes to different avenues. Like, let's see what Essence got going on. Like, do they have a nail tech for every time they having photo shoots on set? Mm-hmm. Or like, how is that going down? So things like that. That's what made me open up my eyes to things like that. Because like every TV show, their hair, nails, makeup is always done. It's like, who's behind the scenes on this? Mm-hmm. Right. We need to be on bigger projects than just being behind the chair, especially because when we have excelled to a certain extent in our lane, it's like, all right, it's time to take off. Like, it's time to do some other things. It's time for your work to be seen on just other people in your local city. But it's like, that's not a thing for us, it seems like.
So
I don't feel like it's not a thing. Sorry. I just feel like it depends on the person.
I was going to say, thank you.
You think so?
I was going there. Thank you.
I feel like it's
that
common.
I think that it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Everybody does not want to be in the limelight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody does not want to be a celebrity stylist. Where I'm going is, my ultimate goal with this, because I have a huge issue with it, is how can we change our industry so that you don't have this problem. Because, yes, we can, make ourselves available to the entertainers or whatever, but we need to make sure that this gets put into the curriculum for cosmetology education.
Which means that's a lane that we need to target into, education.
For sure.
And I feel like that's lacked.
It definitely is lacked.
It is.
It definitely is lacked. I don't know, I say again, because I'm not Caucasian, so I can't speak for them. Mm-hmm. But I think it would be good for everybody to learn about everybody's hair, not just us learning about their hair and them not learning about our hair or how to deal with it. And it's not to say that you're going to attract that type of clientele when you graduate, or exactly. But I can honestly say, from a personal point of view, if a Caucasian walks into my salon, I can do their hair.
Yeah, you're not intimidated by it.
I'm absolutely not intimidated.
Yeah.
I've had several Caucasian clients, and I don't have an issue with doing their hair, probably because we did learn in school how to do it. But if one of us walks into their salon, which I've also had an experience with, then that's a whole different situation.
It's a whole debacle.
Whole different situation. I went to one of their salons, actually, to get my hair colored, because that I will give them credit for. They're very good at hair coloring. But I walked out the hair salon with wet hair because they didn't know how to style my hair after they colored it. Oh. Right?
That's because you know what? They only get color or cut, and then they blow dry and go. Like,
if they
we get our hair styled. We can't just
I'm gonna sit
go
on
out
the
wet.
It's gonna dry, and you gonna curl this, crimp this, straighten this, something. Leave these edges down. It's the whole look. Yeah, that's definitely a difference.
Go ahead.
But I was about to say, I just feel like that part depends on the school. Like, the head of the school and what they want their students to learn. Right. That's why I do want to have a school, because it should just be those types of things taught in the school, going out into the industry.
But I also feel like most of the educators, and this is no shade to other educators in the industry, they're kind of out of touch with what is actually going on with the industry, especially because the industry changes. Like, this year crimps
Constantly.
came back.
Girl
like,
crimps.
do you even know how to do crimps? Like,
Swoops and
do you
flips.
even know that crimps are back in style? You know what I mean? So it's like things like that where it's like you want to be able to keep up with the real industry so you can really give these people, that your students, what they need to make it, as well as outside of the textbook. And here's my issue with the whole state board is, all right, we have $200 for a manicure course. And this $200, you need to learn this, this, and this. You're going to learn that. But most of this is only going to get you past your state board test. And so after that, you don't honestly know how to do acrylic. You don't know how to do a gel manicure because things like that aren't part of their curriculum. Yeah, dip, polygel, all of those things. Yeah. So that stuff isn't part of your curriculum. So it's like when a client asks me for a service that actually is normally performed in the salon, I have no idea how to do it. You know what I mean? So that's where it gets tricky because it's like these 200 hours is full of things for you to pass state board, but these things that you learn in state board have nothing to do with you building a career and being able to truly service the clientele. Like, I feel like, for one, the state board should change some things.
Girl. Definitely.
They don't hold us accountable anymore for taking classes after. Like, anybody could give a class now. Yeah. And it doesn't count for our CE hours because they're either not certified or the class isn't registered like through the state.
I think their way of holding us accountable is that we do have to have CE hours to renew our license. Now, it's up to us individually to choose classes that will further our career or, you know what I'm saying, enhance our craft. And that's what I try to tell young people when they come in to intern with us. Yeah. Definitely take CE classes. And even if you're not getting any hours. Yeah. When you first graduate from hair school, like you guys said, you're not totally prepared to just go in the salon and start doing hair unless you already have a natural born talent. Yeah. Because there are some people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Some people who already know what to do.
But if you're just a virgin coming out of hair school, going into the industry, you definitely need to be taking some CE classes. And let me say this. Just because we're African American, do not just take African American classes. Yeah. I take a lot of European classes. Like I said, they're number one in hair color. Yeah. They're excellent at hair cutting. Yeah. This is where I learned how to do a lot of great hair cutting and hair coloring. So do not feel like you have to be locked into the bubble of only taking African American classes because you're African American stylist. That's where we need to break the barrier. Yeah. That's where we need to break the barrier. And just like we sit in their classes, honestly, they should be coming to sit in our classes. Agreed. But you don't see that. No, you don't. You do not see that. So I don't know, we need to come up with a way to break the educational barrier in our industry as far as systematic racism.
Somebody needs to get in touch with my lady.
That's
what it is. Put me on the board.
Her number on there?
No, it's not, because I've been all in back through that textbook. It was like, first of all, when was this book made?
Girl,
and the book hasn't been updated. This version is a 2017 version. And still, it's like, even the designs of nails that's in there, it's like, this is so out of date and so out of touch with the real industry. So it's like, do y'all hire new people, or do y'all just change a little bit in the book and just recreate the same, just throw the same book together and put a new cover on it?
Like, it goes according to what's going to be on the test.
So,
nothing further.
It's State Board and Milady that I got an issue with. Because, for one, State Board should update. They should look and see what actual services are being promoted more so in the industry. And from there is what y'all should base y'all curriculum off of.
Don't they have a board? Don't they have people on the board for these reasons?
So they have board meetings, and I said that I was going to start looking into it and try to join these board meetings because, for one, this whole issue of them trying to get rid of license, that's an issue for me, for one. And two, it's just it's so out of touch, which I feel like for example, everybody when I was in nail school, it was 6 of us. 2 of us got our license. No, 3 of us got our license, but I'm the only one that's still in the industry. Because none of us knew how to do acrylic when we first got out of school, so we were very I don't know. Thank God I worked at a salon where there were other nail techs, so I had help. These girls didn't have help because they was working at home, or they was just trying to find a way where they went into a salon where it was just hairstylists. So it's they just have to figure it out. So thank God I had help, but that it makes you become discouraged because you feel like you're never going to figure it out. And it's definitely a long journey, especially with acrylic. Acrylic is something so hard. And the fact that it's not even taught in school. It's taught in school, but it's odorless acrylic. It's completely different product. Settles different and everything. So getting out of school and everybody wants a full set, it's no way you're going to be able to figure it out on your own without having help.
So let me ask you this, Lonnie. Do you feel any type of systematic racism in the nail part of the industry? Like,
yes.
What do you feel like?
So I feel like, for one, when it comes to the services that you have to learn, which are nail wraps, odorless acrylic. Odorless acrylic is as thin as a nail tip once it's even applied. So literally, you hit anything and it's popping off. As well as the different styles of nails that are shown, it's not catered to us at all when it comes to the nail art, the shaping, different things. It's more so catered to women who work in spas. The book in general, like the education behind it. Yeah, it's not really catered to us when it comes to it. It doesn't focus on acrylic at all, and that's honestly predominantly the industry on the African American side for the most part, as well as manicures and gel manicures.
So you would say that African Americans more so wear acrylic.
Yeah, like even if it's short, long, whatever, acrylic is more dominant. I will say, though, one thing about it is most girls, and this I always tell my girls this on the first day, is everything you learn, we're going to set that to the side. Everything that you know personally about nails, you're going to set that to the side. And I'm going to teach you the education behind it. And then you pull it all together, and it makes way more sense. Because my first day of nail school, I felt the same way. I'm here to learn acrylic. And then your bubble get busted, and you figure out you don't learn acrylic at all. And you learn everything else. You learn about natural nails. And I'm like, the education behind it is so important. But I feel like it's like looked over, because it's like, I'm not here for this. They instantly get discouraged as soon as I tell them that we don't really learn acrylic. And even though I tell them later on, like, I will teach y'all acrylic, but it's not the focus of school. And I have to make sure y'all learn this versus that. So I will say it is catered to the European side, because it's more so focused on manicures and natural nails, and natural nails isn't truly everything about nails, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know what I was about to say.
Because I was just wondering, like I said, even with us, with the book, the textbook in college school being geared towards Europeans, the same thing with nails. So when you come out of nail school, you can, if you wanted to, work in a spa atmosphere, European spa, or Asian. Well, they do a lot of acrylic too. Yeah. But you're kind of prepared for both, no?
Not necessarily both. More so a spa. Okay. If you're doing manicures, yes. If you're working in the salon where it's just natural nail base, where it's no acrylic fumes, you got it. You can do something. But it's not. But even then, it's like the only part you have to truly figure out yourself is polishing. Okay. Developing good technique of polishing. That we don't teach that, as well as most of the things that are actual service. It's no curriculum behind that. It's just based off of how I know it. Okay. So it's like the book is the book, and then everything else that you need to learn for state board, your teacher better know how to teach it to you properly, or you threw to the wolves too. So I feel like state board is lax when it comes to making sure everything that you need to be taught properly is taught to them properly. You know what I mean? It's no book behind that. It's no book behind everything that's covered for state board other than your actual textbook.
So we can all agree that the book needs to be upgraded and things need to be added so that you cover all aspects of the beauty industry and not just one specific.
Exactly. And on top of that, the book, My Lady, is a universal book. So this is going to all states. All states ain't the same when it comes to state board certification curriculum. So you got this one book that's going to 50 different states, when 50 different states could have all these different things that need to be taken out of it. So it should be customized.
According to the state? State by state, you think?
Yeah. It should be.
Now, I think that would pose a problem.
Because people don't always stay in the state they
get their license.
But then again, states' license aren't always transferable either. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't know
about. Are, but ours are.
License aren't, but hours are?
Mm-hmm. Hours are transferable.
You just have to get your license.
Yes,
you don't have
exactly.
to go back to school.
So I can finish my classes here, but take my test in another state?
I don't know about that. When I don't know if you can do that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no. What I was trying to say though is, even though you can't transfer Ohio license to Louisiana, I have 1,500 hours under my belt, so I can take my 1,500 hours. Some states require 1,800 hours, so a lot of times they'll either let you go ahead and get licensed with the 1,500 hours, or you may have to do a little bit of what's the word when you shadow someone? What's the
intern?
Yeah.
Right, to earn a work study to get the other 300 hours before they'll give you your license. So your license definitely, your hours definitely are transferable.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to go to is the flip side of racism. So racism from our perspective in our industry. This is how I look at it. African American stylists work way harder.
Way
European stylists.
It's like we completely view everything
way
different.
harder. And I'm sure you experienced that too with what you just said. You know, most European salons, you go get your nails done, they want a manicure or just a dipping or just a gel polish. Whereas you get Sister Shanae and come in and she want, nails out to here.
A 4-set long stiletto with double crystal nails. Her hands. Acrylic color, please. Thanks.
Same thing with
a gel.
I mean, at least y'all get to sit down. We got to stand up.
You know, I will say that.
Right.
I feel bad for y'all. Backs and knees.
Yeah.
If you don't schedule a lunch break in there, you just
there.
You're
going to be standing up all day.
Sun up to sundown.
Literally.
Doing sew-ins.
You didn't realize how that makes a difference until COVID. Because I was reading daily how COVID affected our industry from a European perspective and from an African American perspective. So the Europeans decided when they went back, when they were allowed to open back up, they were going to have their clients come in already shampooed.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Because, most of the service they do is cut and color. So, they could alleviate that service, and that way that would allow them to be able to do more clients.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's come over to our side. Our side, we frown upon the shampoo of your own hair.
Yes.
But not just that, some of the services we offer take hours.
Yeah, they take
hours.
time.
It take hours. So when they put the restriction on us of only being able to do one client at a time, you talk about a decrease in our income.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. A cut in the day, like
a cut in a day.
Going
I'm about
from
to
being
have
able
to work
to service 10
sundown.
to 12, maybe sometimes 20, depending on the person, people a day, to
the holiday
8, maybe 10, maybe 6, 7, depending on if a person cancels.
Because it's like even when your
reschedules.
person going to the dryer, you just waiting for them to come from under the dryer.
And normally,
but not even
one person going to the dryer,
we could be working on
somebody
other
else
client
that's
already under the dryer, and my next
get
client I'm gonna wash her.
Or we can have an assistant, so we can schedule more people and be able to get more
don't
people
even have
done.
A need for.
We can't have assistants.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, they cut out a lot. They cut out
a
lot of income that we were able to generate in our culture for each other.
Agreed.
When this pandemic came.
Yeah. That's
why I wanted to hurry up and be over with. But
another difference between European salons and ours is they're more commission based. I've noticed compared to us, and we are we pay booth rent. That's my money, and that's that.
We don't like structure. Products. I don't think. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm gonna be the black person stylist that talks about black stylists right now. And
that's fine, because we need to be talking about
a lot of people come into this industry from our culture because they don't want to have to answer to someone. Okay?
That is 50%.
And that's why we don't have as many commission-based salons. because African Americans just have an issue with taking orders.
Yeah.
From
But too,
anyone.
also, I feel like that's why there's not a salon teams anymore. Like, you got
Yeah,
these
agreed.
laws now. Everybody
It's
want to
because
work
everybody
in the
want to be
law
independent, and I can't
in
work
the
with people,
suite,
and I don't
want to work
I don't
with
want
her.
to. I don't like her clients, things like that. But also, what's my train of thought? Also, just from the standpoint of paying booth rent, just potentially knowing how much money I can make, I couldn't imagine being a nail tech working commission.
It was never
This is
a dream
regular
of mine.
job.
It was never a dream of mine, and I made that decision fresh out of school. And even if it meant me my first year or two struggling, you know what I'm saying, what it did was make me hustle.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? To me, that's
out.
what it did. It made me hustle because if I don't get these clients in here, I'm not going to make any money.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side, with commission, you get paid no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people that aren't as confident in their skill level, they right, exactly. They look for the security of getting a paycheck no matter what. But another thing with the systematic racism in the industry, and I don't know if I can blame it on our own culture or how it became this way. Europeans get paid a lot more money in the industry than we do, for the most part. Now, when we started catching up to their revenue or the money that they were making is when we start getting into the weaving. But prior to weaving, just a regular come in, get your hair done.
It's
no comparison to. Oh my goodness.
Sure.
Yeah,
you know, I never paid attention to that, but you are absolutely
their
right.
tickets are easy.
Easy $250.
I think it depends on
right.
where you live, because we have had clients come from out of town to Cleveland, and we'll say, give or take, a shampoo style is $60, and they'll be like, what? I'm from Atlanta, or I'm from New York, and they say it's $90 or it's $100. Like, oh,
okay,
really? Let me tip you $40. Like, well, thank you. So, I think that's
demographics.
Yeah,
definitely play a part. And Cleveland is a hard city.
We cheat. They cheat. You cheat.
I didn't want to say it.
They cheat.
They are cheap.
It's a hard. It's a hard city.
I want to look for less, honey.
My other daughter was just reading an article, or somebody posted how hard it is to be an entrepreneur in Cleveland.
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is. I don't know what it is about, and that's in our culture, what it is about our culture and supporting each other. But we got to do better, Cleveland.
I feel like we've come some way, for sure.
Yeah, I think the pandemic helped with us all kind of promoting
each other.
Yeah, supporting black businesses.
Business, yeah.
Supporting black businesses between each other.
Because we should be circulating our dollar within our community. Like, we have enough talent.
It's a mindset thing too.
Yeah.
I will say this year more than any year prior. When I think of something that I want done, I always check to make sure there's not a owner that's African American before I spend my money with somebody else. Like, me and my friends were trying to plan a spa day. There are no African American spas in Cleveland.
I was about to say, you know I'm a sous chef.
No, see, I want a spa.
A whole spa.
A spa.
Well, it's not Maven? That's not her beauty cartel?
Yeah, she's a masseuse.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh. You know what? That's crazy. There was an African American spa, and she sold out. I don't want to say no names, but she was doing great.
But I can see how hard it would be to keep a spa in business circulated amongst the African American community, because that's not something we see as necessary.
Right.
That's the splurge type of thing for
right.
us. That's the it's my birthday or it's Valentine's Day, so it's not it's occasional more so than just like monthly type of thing for us.
Yeah.
So we need to do better with self-care as a culture.
Absolutely.
Right, because she was like a crossover spa where she catered to all cultures, not just African American. But the beauty of it was that she was an African American lady, and I was very happy for her. I hated to see her decide to sell out, for lack of better words.
Another thing I feel like is lacks in the African American side of the beauty industry is franchising. Yeah. Our salons aren't franchised.
Yeah.
Even the schools that cater to African Americans aren't truly franchised.
No.
There are some, but like the ones on this side of Cleveland, there aren't franchised beauty schools.
I think it's been tried, but because of the whole dynamics of our culture in the industry, it can only go but so far. You have to have a constant set of employees, a constant set of clients in order to build the business, to be able to franchise it. And what we just said just a few minutes ago is a lot of people don't want to work as a team within a business.
There's no team
playing.
We can get further ahead if we work together.
Yeah, they don't think that. But it's all for themselves.
And we have to stop being
That's
that
one
way.
thing where I make sure my students always do group work.
Yeah.
You're going to need a buddy.
For sure.
And I make them feel like they need a buddy in school. Because honestly, I don't feel like I would be the nail tech I am now, or even have the background behind me that I do, if I didn't have the help of the other women in the salon when I was there.
And I pick up from other people.
Absolutely. And that's what I always tell them. I'm like, I have watched so many different nail techs do so many different things. I watched this girl lay acrylic, and I really adapted to the way she laid her acrylic versus the way this girl polished versus the way this girl laid her nail tips. So it's like I pick up different things from different people, and that's the benefit of working in a salon. And people don't even realize that's a thing. But then also now it's very everybody's to themselves. I'm not finna share my technique with her. I don't want her to know my vendor
you
for
gotta
this.
Pay me.
Yeah, so it's like
I don't like it. I don't like where our industry is going. I don't want to
everybody
blame the millennials.
I just
But when
everybody,
it's us.
I don't want to.
We trying to get the money.
I don't want to blame you, but when I came
is.
into the industry, it was team.
Yeah, it was like, let me help you.
And it was family. We were very family oriented.
Yeah, you can tell that by how they talked about the industry. Like any movies or anything like that.
Beauty shop?
It's always
Great
a team. They go into a beauty show or something like
yes,
that. Like
they
now
they stick together. It's very every man for themselves.
Yeah.
And it is, and like you just said, we trying to get the money. But the thing is, the money gonna always be there, y'all. Help each other. Because it would be times where I have 4 or 5 people texting my phone. I have nothing open today, but I have 4 or 5 people texting my phone. Hey, you got something at 7 o'clock because this girl want to come get at 7 o'clock. I'm about to send her your number. You can get her in. I sent her your IG and I sent her your number. Cool. If she chooses to come to you, cool. That's money in your pocket. Because at the end of the day, if I can't get this person in, now this is just extra money floating around. Yeah, I might as well bring it in here. You know, so it's like nobody is losing when you sharing your education as well as you sharing clients. Like nobody is losing.
It's enough money for everybody.
It's enough
I will
money
also
for
say
everybody.
too, coming in, just be more open to learning. Like it's okay to not know everything. It's okay to not be good at everything right away. Like you're not going to know
and you don't
every
have to
single thing right
You're
away.
Human.
Be okay with learning. Be okay with taking direction. Don't think nobody trying to play you or down talk you or hinder your progress.
Change your mindset.
We've had a lot of assistants come in and they'll be there for the shortest period of time because they just like, I don't feel like I'm making any money or
and another thing is show up. Just because you don't have a client, don't not come to work that day. You know what I mean? I learned that once I had the mindset of I'm only going in when I got a client, especially as a new employee at a shop. The more I'm there, the hairstylist was sending everybody out her chair to me because I was the only nail tech that was showing up on a Monday. And I'm like, cool. I had 5 clients, and this morning I woke up, I had nobody on my calendar. I ended up getting 5 people. So it's like when you show up, you never know who finna walk through that door, who in there getting their hair done, who in there need what. It could be a client in somebody else's nail chair, but they like, hey, my cousin want to come to get her nails done. Can you do them? Because I see you don't got nobody in chair right now. Or she on her way right now. Yeah, like the way money, it comes fast. Yes. So just be there.
I was taught that early on, even though I was raised in the shop. I was always there anyway. But it's just, you got to be there.
One of the differences in a European commission salon versus a African American booth rental salon is they don't even allow stylists straight out of school to go directly on the floor when they go. And I respect them for it.
I agree.
They need to, shadow for a while to make sure, they know everything they need to know, and then they have different levels too. Now this was going on when I was out of school, coming out of here school. I don't know if you guys even heard of the different levels of stylists within a salon, and people respected that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you had.
I never heard of it.
They have senior stylists,
master stylists, and all that.
Junior stylists.
People just title themselves as these things. Like I literally see it on people's Instagram bios.
That's the problem.
Master hairstylist. You gave yourself this
celebrity stylist.
It wasn't like that when I came out of school. You had to almost graduate to that point. You had to, improve yourself, improve your skill level in order for you to become a master stylist, and also that determined your pay grade back in the day.
Okay.
They don't do any of that anymore.
Want to be
you got girls coming straight out of school, hair school, like you said, just naming themselves master stylists and celebrity stylists. They put their pay grade all the way up here, and their skill levels all the way down here.
But you know what? We can't really blame them completely because these people are going to them. You can't help me wrap my mind around somebody who can call themselves a celebrity stylist or a master stylist who can braid, lay a track or sew a track. Like all you do is literally put your hair in and style it, and that's it. Like
do a basic
you can't
haircut.
do nothing. You can't do a blowout. You can't flat iron. You can't
do a roller set.
Like a master stylist, that means you have mastered every area of hair. No. You can't just think that every time you put some volume 40 on some hair and dye it, then bam, we got some color.
Not only
it's
that,
levels to this, man.
If the person's hair fall out, what you gonna do? How you gonna get the hair back?
You gonna put a lace closure over it and call it a day.
Ooh, child. Don't get me started. Look, don't get me started.
But those are the differences in the industries across the cultures.
That makes sense, though. The way that they do that, the way that they make you learn, and as well as it protects the brand. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, regardless of how bad the stylist is that you get a service by, they're gonna say that person's name, but they're also throwing out the name
whole
of the salon. So now it's they can't do hair in that salon versus it's just that one person who you had one bad experience with, and the 12 other stylists in this salon had nothing to do with that. But it's they can't do hair at such and such shop. That's not how that goes.
But that's how it happens.
That's exactly how it happens. So that makes sense that people do that.
That's why that happens. That's what we can thank that for.
Social media.
Absolutely, social media.
Social media.
And social media also plays a part in these young ladies believing that they can come straight out of hair school and call themselves master or senior stylists and charge top dollar. I once again am now a fan of social media. I am not. I understand the original purpose of it, but it has hurt our industry tremendously on so many levels. And that's a whole nother subject.
It's like 50-50.
Okay.
You can't
I'm going to say 65, 35.
65?
65, yeah.
75?
It definitely has
25.
because it's people who, and it influences just not only their pricing, it influences their market and what they do, as well as they're inspired, but they don't know how to channel the inspiration in a certain way versus just mimicking and doing the same thing someone else does. Be inspired and want to build to that, but know that it needs to be, you got to take 5 steps in order to get to that versus just jump in all of a sudden. I'm teaching nail classes because you took one with someone else.
I think my problem is the lack of passion behind a lot of these stylists. Like,
I don't believe a lot of their lifestyle is not necessarily what they do.
Yeah, they don't care about being great at doing hair.
No,
like they don't care about learning it to the best of their capability and making sure all their clients are pleased and they're putting out good work and they're getting, good client retention. Like they just literally care about, I got 50,000 followers and I got a good brand and I'm making my bread and I do classes for $2,000 a month.
Because what are people really gaining from your classes? And that's one thing. Classes are definitely something where it's like, I know I teach them, and I know some other people who teach them that are qualified to teach them, but I will say half of these people that's out here teaching nail classes have absolutely no business teaching nail classes. And on top of that, they make their prices way lower just because they know they have no business teaching classes. And so the fact that you're teaching the same class that I'm supposed to be teaching, even though 9 times out of 10 it's not truly the same, and your price is $300 less than my class is. So you doing this damn near for free.
Just to say you teach classes.
Just to say you teach classes. So it's like, what are you really getting out of this? Because what are you truly giving somebody? And people lack that.
You shouldn't be teaching classes. I feel like people who teach classes are the people we go to the IBS shows for, the big Bronner Brothers shows for. These people have been doing hair for
and you have
15 years, 20 years.
Like, and they are truly master stylists.
Exactly.
They're truly master stylists.
Yes.
No one that's only a year out or even 2 years out,
even
should
3
be
years
teaching
out.
any classes.
I'm sorry,
but
I'm
this
not
is
doing
why
it. I'm not going to that class.
I have an issue with social media because what social media does is it creates
platforms for people that don't deserve to be
not just platforms, but a false sense of titleship or exactly. So a lot of young people, they get caught up in titles and they love the whole, look at me, I'm doing a live chat doing this week,
what I'm saying?
The whole optics, because they love optics, social media.
They're glorifying.
So, what's funny to me is when I look at a picture online now, because we don't have hair books anymore, of a hairstylist, or if a client brings a hairstyle into me.
This the angle.
They showing the best angle of the hairstyle.
That's it. You don't even know what the other side of his hair looks like.
Exactly.
You be like,
let alone what's the back look like?
What's the other side, friend? I can't see the whole.
No.
That's all photo op.
You don't know.
And it looks good on social media.
One side
Exactly.
What she look like when she get out the chair, walk into her car.
Like, we don't even know what this girl's hair shape is like. This may not be the style for you.
Don't even get started on color. Ooh, child.
Yeah, I'm a victim of that. I have been like, can I get this color? Just because it's pretty. And then I have to wheel myself back like, wait a minute. Let's look at this again. This is not for you. This color doesn't match your skin tone, as well as where are you wearing this? Are you wearing this with weave? Like, how are you wearing this? This is her natural hair. It's not going to look the same.
I think the last IBS show, and it might not have been the last, I don't know, we haven't been in a couple of years, that we went to, though. We went to a class, and the instructor of the class, this is when social media came out, but it had hit our industry hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was just, and this is a well-known African-American stylist, but he was just going on and on and on about how he hates what it's doing to our industry. And that was how many years ago?
That was like 2015.
Right, and so now,
15?
exactly,
Oh.
I mean, it slowly but surely, it is destroying
It is,
our
honestly.
industry. I mean,
And
you got people that never stepped a foot in cos school doing hair demos on YouTube. It's
charging
scary.
$500 for a service.
It's scary, because you can do your own hair at home, that does not automatically make you.
My thing is, do what you do, but don't feel like you need to tell everybody else how to do it too.
But the social media
Especially these
has
nail
given
techs.
them the right to be arrogant about it. Like,
Absolutely.
you got the unlicensed ones like, okay, yup, I'm making good money. Nope, I didn't go to school. I don't have my license, but I'm still getting my money. So it is what it is. Like,
that's pretty scary.
what?
It is social media. Dang, you make me really dislike social media. But you know what? Here's a pro to social media. I honestly built up my whole clientele through social
I'm
media.
thankful for the free advertising.
That's because y'all didn't know anything different, I think, honestly.
I didn't.
Because
honestly,
nothing ever will trump word of mouth.
Absolutely, it won't, because I still have clients that have never had a social media and they've heard about me just through friends and family. But I will say it gave me a little bit of encouragement, because when I was finishing up nail school, I was so like, how am I about to get people in my chair? Like, I don't just go up to people and just be like, hey, I do nails. Come sit in my chair, because I didn't have that confidence behind my skill yet. But I knew I had some good artwork, you know? So it's like, take a chance with me. I got free nail art. Come see what I can do.
But I will say, I prefer my word of mouth clients and my referrals over the social media clients because I feel like those clients, they sit in my chair and just be scrolling, looking at the next stylist, probably bought the book while they getting their hair done by me.
That's like that.
So it's kind of like, I know you're not going to be a loyal returning client. Yeah. You just came here because you saw I did a cute hairstyle last week.
Yeah,
and you want that
like,
for
I want
this
hairstyle.
This is how they find their hairstylist of the week.
Yep,
this is what social media has done to our industry versus, like she said, and I'm so proud of her for realizing that. But this is the difference between my client Linda referring her friend from work because her friend is seeing every week at work how nice Linda's hair is, how healthy it is, and she wants her hair to be healthy and still look nice. So she's looking for a stylist, and she's going to come to me because she's been watching Linda's hair for a while, and she sees the direction that it's going in. So she trusts me because she has a point of reference. A point of reference. This is the difference between a referral word of mouth and a referral via social media.
Agreed.
Social media, honestly, I hate to say it, but I can take some work out of a magazine and I've seen it done and put it on my page.
Yeah.
Say you
that
advertise it.
It's been people who have literally stolen my work and it be all over your page. Especially with these press-ons lately. Oh, I be in people's DMs like, you can take this down. I'm not going to embarrass you on your page, but if you don't take this down, just know I'm coming for you. I will
crazy.
say, social media has definitely, but then I also feel like it's just our generation. We don't have consistency or loyalty to people.
No.
It's a thing we lack. Honestly, it is.
But that's sad, and that's what makes it so crazy.
Part of it is our parents'
I don't know if it's our generation or if it's our city.
Yes. My mother never told me to have a consistent stylist. I told y'all that. My mother never showed me no consistency.
You weren't raised getting your hair done consistently.
Yeah,
like,
so now it's just like I just need somebody to do my hair this month. That's how my mindset is. You know what I mean? It ain't. Let me find somebody and stick with them unless I truly enjoy this person. You know what I mean? But before that, it wasn't that for me. It was like, she do cute hair and she available to say I'm gonna go to her.
Just to piggyback off of
that
really fast. Like I feel like with that,
it's sad.
It's very sad, and the clients, I just feel like give a stylist, especially if you like their work and the environment that you're going to, give them the opportunity to, I don't even know, service you. Like I feel like the loyalty shouldn't be so, oh, well, I couldn't get in, or she act like she couldn't take me today, so I'm going to somebody else. Like, that's not the case. They take it so
the
personally.
Fact that
like,
I have a whole
dang, I couldn't get you in this week, so I see you tomorrow on somebody else's page with your hair done.
Literally. Like
then you'll come sit in my chair the
clients
like that.
Hey, I just so happened to watch her story. I'm like, she got her nails done? Oh, because I couldn't get her in at that very moment? I'm like, okay, fine. I ain't tripping over it, but it's like, you don't respect the fact that this is my job and I'm not literally just waiting on you.
Exactly.
I'm not.
Yeah. I got a different experience. And I'm not saying I'm right in how I handle things. So don't ever think that I'm telling you guys to practice any of the things that I practice. I've made mistakes in my career in this industry. Some of them paid off. Some of them didn't. And what I'm about to say is, I do make myself readily available for my clients. I literally can be booked, and before pandemic, of course, and would figure out a way, like, especially if they're a regular client. Like, well, let me see, you know what I'm saying? I got 10,000 people, but if I get this one under the dryer and this one, then I'll probably get, that's me. And that's probably why I do have a consistent clientele and loyal clientele. Now, does it get to be a bit much?
Overwhelming, absolutely.
Yes, it does. And some of them get spoiled.
Yes.
Some of them get spoiled.
That is why I stopped. Well, I won't say I truly was able to do that because being a nail tech, it's hard to do.
Oh, because you can only do one at a time, yeah.
But I will say it was people who would call me last minute and I would figure out how to get them in. When 9 times out of 10, when you make an appointment with me, you making it for 3 weeks from now. No sooner. But there would be people that would hit me up on Thursday and I would somehow get them in by Saturday. But then I became inconsistent, and I was like, no, you're not about to keep
Every
overwhelming
time,
me.
yeah.
Now I'm working till midnight when I
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to get off at 10, and 10 already is like, why are you getting off work at 10 o'clock when you've been here since 6:30 in the morning?
Girl.
So, I had to learn to say no.
No, yeah.
I didn't know how to say no. But then
good,
at the
honey.
same time, it would be people who have always tipped and show love. We can talk about tipping too. That's another thing.
That's a whole show.
To that.
It's a whole show.
Because I got something for y'all. But it would be people who would be like, you know what, I'm about to get flued out tomorrow. I need my nails done. I'm like, all right, I'm already left work, but you know what, come back at 8 p.m. and I got you.
See, then they have to be appreciative of that.
Like, they are.
Those
the
people,
some
sometimes
people,
I feel
like,
you do it for
do you
people,
want some press-ons?
and it'll be like, okay, I got you in, but then they either won't tip or you won't see them no more. They'll go and send somebody else after that. And it's
you
like,
have already been loyal to me for me to even think that I'm about
for
to
sure.
unlock
But
you.
these are the loyal people.
No, not loyal people. They're coming back. I ain't worried about that. But they show love on two levels. For one, I appreciate everybody who always posts me on Instagram. Not saying that you have to, but I appreciate the advertisement. That's what it is. It's free advertisement. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that you post me on your Instagram page, especially people who have a good following. Mm-hmm. And then you tip me well. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
This is a different world, y'all. From
it
my
really
life.
is.
It's a whole different world from my life in the industry.
But I appreciate that. So yeah, when you about to get pulled out or you got a shoot and the date just got changed or something like that and you need to get your nails done, cool, I got you. Mm-hmm. But the people who honestly don't tip or don't respect my time to begin with, mm-hmm. who might show up 10, 15 minutes late or whatever that is, I'm so sorry. Do you want some press-ons? Because that's all I got for you.
I think with Queen and I call myself, with Queen and I we definitely have two different experiences under the same umbrella. It's so crazy.
It is.
Because
sitting right next to each other.
Right next to each other in the same salon.
Because I'm eating off of nothing but referrals. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Referrals in my work,
that's
of course.
A blessing.
Of course. So I just went to school, of course, and I had to take a social media marketing class. And I was so defiant in that class. So defiant. And I appreciated everything that I learned, but still arguing with them and proving my point in my argument. Why, I get what you're saying to a certain extent. I watch my daughter and the clientele that she has come through her chair. And she has a lot of good clientele, she does. She meets a lot of interesting. That's a good word. Interesting people via social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
I honestly don't think at my age I want the social media clientele. And what's crazy is,
you don't.
Believe it or not, I do have clients in my age range that ask me like, "Are you on Instagram?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you have an Instagram page? And I'll be like, I'm sorry.
I just want to see your work.
Don't. But guess what? I don't want you sitting in my chair. And that's the God's honest truth.
Agreed.
I don't. I want someone that has seen my work in person.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And ask questions.
Exactly. I want that client.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they're probably going to be a loyal client.
Exactly.
They're not every week looking on social
like
media.
You said, they didn't see Keisha walk into work and hair be popped every single trip.
Hey.
So yeah, I want to go to Miss Shonda because Keisha's hair be popping at work. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love the referral clients because, like she said, they are the more loyal bill payer type of clients. Mm-hmm. But I do get excited when a client says, "Yeah, I found you on Instagram and I've been following you for a long time. I want to come to you." I'm like, okay.
But then, again, it's a certain type of clientele, even through Instagram, that you'll develop off of consistency. It's been people that sat in my chair was like, I've watched you for a whole year before I knew to sit in your chair. And she's like, I don't like to play with people. I don't like people to play with my time. Mm-hmm. And I watch you be consistent. Your work is consistent. Mm-hmm. Your shaping of your nails, your polishing is consistent. You're always nice on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So, I gave you a try. And everything that I thought of you before, I even appreciate it more now.
Yeah.
So it's a certain type of clientele that you can develop.
And It's a catch-22.
It's like half and half. It's some people where it's definitely some floaters where they chair hoppers, but then there's some people who are truly looking for a consistent stylist or nail tech, and they only way to truly look for it now is through Instagram if they don't know anybody in person. You know what I mean?
And I think now people are coming back around to wanting to find a more consistent stylist.
Yeah,
a lot of
natural hair is a thing.
I've encountered lately.
It's becoming a thing.
Yeah, like I'm trying to find
people doing their own hair, natural hairstyles. Yeah,
I'm trying to find a stylist. I want to come, more regularly.
I don't want to be bald head no more. That's what it is.
And they tired of going to them Instagram stylists tearing out their hair, child.
That's what they do.
So
Instagram stylist is definitely a thing. Instagram, I'm an Instagram stylist.
I'm
not really a real stylist.
It's similar to the Instagram models. I don't know what that means, but
I know what it means.
That's what it reminds me of.
Definitely a
thing.
As well as the Instagram celebrities, them is all different. Instagram will create you a whole nother platform for yourself. You could be a whole different person. That is the bad part about social media, honestly.
It's scary.
That you can become a whole different person between these filters as well as the persona you can create for yourself virtually. You don't ever have to truly be yourself or deal with real life issues.
Because honestly, on the flip side of the whole thing, if you're getting a referral from someone personally, they can kind of give you a little bit of background on that stylist. Yeah. That's their stylist. Versus if you find your stylist on Instagram, the customer don't even know what they walking into.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It could be the stylist from hell with the worst attitude.
You got to pay
attention. That's how I feel like they be let down when they come in like, I thought it was going to be way more hype than this or something. Like,
and we just a family style.
Real deal. We nice around here.
But you good. We're highly skilled. Don't get me wrong.
Listen to the trap all day.
People have sat in my chair and be like, you know what? I've never had an experience like this. And they appreciate, the ones who truly are looking for a good nail tech appreciate that, or a good stylist. Where they like, you got good music. You're not on the phone the whole time. You talk to me. Like, you asked me how my day was. So my damn boyfriend only asked me how my day was. You know what I mean? She like, and you truly cared about how I wanted my nails to look. Yeah. Versus just, I'm going to do this on you, or I really have time to do no styles on you. I've even had people tell me, like, I went to such and such, and I wanted this, but they told me, like, they didn't have time for that today, so I couldn't get it. I just had to get solid polish. What?
Or I feel like they be mad too when you care, like, about their hair. Like,
right.
Girl, I just want my hair platinum. Like,
yeah, they do. They really do care. But the thing is, you gonna care when you bald, and you gonna be telling everybody, I did your hair.
Right. Some of them don't care if they bald. Because some of them, and I've had clients in my age range tell me, I'm gonna wear weave for the rest of my life, so it kind of does not matter what's going on.
I want to wear weave for the rest of my life.
My hair under there.
It's becoming expensive.
Very.
Listen.
Very
so expensive.
Sick of it?
Very. And this whole weave trend has lasted way longer than I expected for it to last.
That's y'all trend
$1 billion business.
Y'all trend is weave, and ours has become extendo nails.
Girl,
where you apply a tip on top of a tip, so their nails is this long.
I can't.
I'm not doing it.
Thanks to social media.
Social media and Cardi B.
Yep.
I blame Cardi.
Cardi B is a rapper.
But they nails is literally like this.
And that's what they fail to realize, not just with nails, with hairstyles too. Because you had people when Nicki Minaj first came out with the pink hair and the rainbow hair and the whatever color hair.
Stylists start doing that.
When she leave off the stage,
she taking that off.
Yeah. She don't.
This is not for no everyday life. And that's how I feel about these extendo nails.
Yes.
Whose job are you working at like this? And the killer part be, they be at McDonald's. They be working at
Walmart.
Yeah. Walmart.
Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that.
And it's just that, for one, this is not a healthy nail, because honestly, at the end of the day, if you break this nail, you're gonna bleed. So I'm never servicing nobody who wants these, and even the people who would sit in my chair and be like, I want some extendos. Can you please do some extendos on me? Come on, let's go viral. And it's not that for me.
But that's the thing. Why not get the press-ons?
Even press-ons, I don't offer lengths like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I do it personally. I've even had celebrities in my DMs that want the super long press-on nails. I had to clear my twins in my DMs and wanted them. Millions of followers. It would have been great advertisement. But honestly, if it's not what I do, it's not what I do. And they wanted their press-on nails out to here.
No.
I don't even own those nails, for one. Two, y'all want these on a Friday and it's Tuesday when y'all asking me for them. Three, this is not truly a press-on. I advertise press-ons with quality as well as reusable sets where you can wear these 3-4 times. None of this fits what I do. So I'm okay with not doing it.
Right.
And that's
Good luck
that.
to you.
I'm so sorry. Millions of followers. 9 times out of 10, you won't go post me no way. You will only post me if I screwed up. 9 times out of 10. If you didn't get your press-ons by Friday, then I would have got posted about. But had you actually got your sets by Friday, I would never heard from you again. So it's like, honestly, what am I truly missing out on? Nothing. So regardless of if you have blue check or not, I ain't bothered by it. If it don't fit what I do, it's not what I do, and that's that.
And that's
I'm not
okay.
tripping off no money that I don't have already.
Right. That part.
That segues into the entertainers and their hair. Like, it makes no sense to me why their hair... Tyler Perry. I'm just going to say. Uncle Tyler, I love you. I love what you're doing. But you
better.
make a lot of money.
You are a disgrace when it
you
comes to
are
hair.
in one of the meccas of hair. Like, there's so many great frontal work in Atlanta. Eric and Tay.
Get them
You are
on
in
set.
Atlanta.
London.
Yes, get them on set.
Snob
please.
Life.
Like, even
Shout out-
Medea's wigs don't even be what they should be.
Why is everybody's hair so crazy?
Where's the melt?
Come on.
The lace not melted. And I
Hair
don't even
have
know-
come too far in our culture for everybody here not to be laid. Okay?
These wigs is
And
ridiculous.
I gotta honestly say, nobody in Tyler Perry's shows or movies hair.
It don't
It's
ever be
ever
I
right.
just watched Why Did I Get Married? It was like,
Ever.
why?
No, actually, now Tasha's hair.
Tasha got her
Tasha
own
hair.
stylist, is what
She-
I've concluded.
She don't
She
cut.
has
Tasha's
to have.
cool.
And
But that
Taraji
wig
do
that they
too.
put on Jill
Taraji
Scott
hair
is
be
wrong.
looking nice too.
Everything from A Fall from Grace was just wrong from beginning
Oh,
to end.
Jesus.
Ooh, child.
I didn't even call on
Temptation.
Jesus about that one, but that one right there was dead wrong. It was dead wrong. It makes you not even enjoy the movie. I don't know. I don't know
No,
if
From the
it's
man's man's frontal to the lady wig.
all the
All
hair.
that.
All the
Awful.
hair
All
was
that.
terrible. So with that being said, Tyler, get some good hairstylists on your
Holla.
set.
Holla at us.
We a whole team.
I got some press on.
Look, we a whole team.
Holla at us.
Okay, we got weave.
We will get you
got
together.
natural hair. What y'all these
You ain't gonna
balls
worry
got
about
to
it.
look like
It's
how
gonna-
they
And we do all age ranges.
Hello.
All age ranges.
Versatile.
She got the younger age range. I got
Listen.
the middle class to the older age range.
But the thing
We
is,
going to the Essence Fest. We taking our talents. We gonna take our products.
let's go.
We gonna set up shop.
Let's go.
Set up a booth.
They need help.
They do.
They need help. And it's like, at this point, I question, like, are you just cheap or do you not know who to reach out to? But I
Or
They
is that
probably
not-
do cut costs in that part.
Or is this
I
just
don't-
not a part where you truly, like, we don't
It's not
care about.
important.
Put the hair on, let's go.
But-
Shake it. Shake it and put it on.
But you know what? I will say, in too, like not we, but the black entertainers have to be more assertive in that area.
Mhm.
Like,
Agreed.
I want a good
Mhm.
black stylist to do my hair. Like, I love Auntie
Agreed.
Beyonce, but a black person don't do her hair.
She don't?
A white man do her hair. He be slaying her with
Tragic.
but he white.
Not
Oh,
miss
like
for the culture.
I don't even think he white. I think he from like overseas or something like that.
Probably is.
But why? Because there are millions of good black hairstylists. So why? Her mom's a hairstylist. She's African
You're
American.
right.
Why
Mm.
would she
I got
go in
questions
that
for Big.
direction? Yeah.
That too.
That I didn't know that. No.
I didn't know that. Now my feelings hurt. Well, her nail tech is black.
That's
Okay.
good.
Her nail tech is black.
That's good.
She's regular, degular. You would never think that she's Beyonce
Who
hairstylist.
do Queen
No tech.
Latifah hair? Cause her hair be laid.
It does.
Her
all
hair
the
could be
time.
laid.
She always had a nice head of hair on her head.
She has, even from
She
Living
does.
Single.
And that's
She
a whole
does. I
nother
love her.
subject in the industry. I have watched, I say again, I don't know if it's because I'm a hairstylist, I pay attention to people with beautiful heads of hair when they start out in the industry.
And it goes
Slowly
to
but
crap.
surely they allow the industry stylists, whoever they have on set, to
Mhm.
destroy their
Alicia
hair,
Keys.
to destroy
Alicia
it. So,
Keys. Alicia Keys was wearing cornrows and a big
Yeah, I
little
remember it.
afro.
She ain't got that no more.
You
I don't
notice
keep up
her
with
hair
Alicia
getting
Keys.
shorter and shorter and
Dang,
shorter.
and she Miss Natural. Dang.
it happened to Queen Latifah too, actually.
It did. It
Yeah,
did. But
I
she
remember-
liked to wear color.
Mhm.
You
So
right.
that
She
on
do
top
like the
of-
color.
whoever was doing it.
They just weren't taking care of their hair. I don't know. Honestly, the good thing about the whole weaving and wig thing is that it allowed them to not try to weave and color their own hair.
Mm-hmm.
So now, depending on whoever makes the wig, hopefully it's a person that's very good at making wigs, they can wear wigs with the color in it, and they're not actually putting that color on their hair. Because most people in the entertainment industry, their lives is constantly go.
So they don't have time
to
sit for 2-3 hours to get their hair done.
Self-care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel that way with nails too. That's why I personally feel like press-ons should be bigger when it comes to shows, especially in the entertainment industry, honestly, than what they actually are.
I think they're coming.
I think they're already out there and they just don't speak on it.
Yeah. That could be a thing too.
Yeah, so
that definitely could be a thing because I know for sure it's like some shows I know for sure these people I know who do their press-ons, but the only reason I know that they have press-ons is because the person who does them, I follow them on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's not truly spoke about, so it's like, are y'all on contract or do y'all just ship them? How do this work?
And those are the people that need the press-ons. Like, it's no reason you shouldn't have those type of contracts. People who do shows. Plays, weddings, photo shoots,
magazines,
all
photo
of that.
shoots.
They
like,
should just have them.
I'm trying to work for Essence.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to work for Ebony.
Listen.
Like, I'm trying to get in them doors.
Okay.
Okay. Every set.
I don't know if you want to work for them. Just say you want to freelance and get a contract.
There we go.
Yeah,
let me be specific when I
yeah,
pray.
You're right.
You was right. I don't want to work for them. I want to work for myself. I want to be on contract where I show up for any HBO show where they on set.
But we can talk about that with a friend of ours who will be on one of our episodes. He works in the industry. He's a barber.
Okay.
He works in the, behind the scenes, doing the different shows.
Nice.
So maybe he can give us some insight on what they be talking about.
Yeah, let us know why it is. Is it racist?
Listen.
What's up? What they be doing? Give me the tea.
Right.
Playing us like how they be playing us.
So, we covered quite a few issues today. Most important one is the systematic racism in our industry, and we're definitely going to have to take it upon ourselves, make it our goal to make something change.
Absolutely.
And the educational part,
milady,
which is the beginning.
Yeah.
You actually getting licensed. That's what actually is the foundation of the systematic racism. So we're going to make it our personal mission.
We are.
I never had a dream, ladies. I said this before.
Yeah.
To educate in the industry, but this right here would be a reason that I would actually consider.
I've been praying on it for you. You don't know about it yet, though. But
Everybody
I've been praying on it for
that.
you because I'm gonna get you to educate.
She's going to. She doesn't have a choice.
Hello.
But she doesn't have a choice.
She really don't.
You was gonna be my senior teacher now.
Hello.
She gonna be real ripe in her aggressiveness then too. So
and let her be. She's passionate, y'all. Focus.
You already go Miss Smith's class?
Listen.
I ain't ready to go
Miss Smith don't play. She sure don't. Get your ass in there and learn how to cut. Okay? Just know, one thing for sure is you gonna come out of there a good stylist, okay?
Listen, ready for whatever.
Hello?
All right.
The real industry.
And then we also discussed the importance of CE hours just to enhance your skill level in the industry, depending on how passionate you are.
Yes.
It's very, very important.
Agreed.
We also covered
taking extra classes to pursue your own career. That's definitely important.
Definitely.
Yes.
The systematic racism part and the hairstyling of entertainers we covered, which we definitely need to address more and make something change. I don't know if we can, partner with other people. We got to figure out how to make that change. Because we want our black entertainers, singers, movie stars, whatever they are, to look good. Newscasters. We want them to look good. It's too many African American hairstylists for our African American entertainers not to be looking good.
All the time.
Absolutely.
There's no reason.
It's the women.
Yeah.
The men, they don't play. They with their barbers. They
take
fly their barbers
with them.
Okay?
They do.
They do. They whole salary for the year.
They absolutely do.
Whatever it takes.
Listen.
Come on.
I need my haircut.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
They
Come
absolutely
on, ladies,
do.
now.
But you know what? We're going to do our part when it comes to reaching out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whether it's a company, whether it's my lady, whether it's a board, whether it's an actual celebrity. I'm going to step my game up when it comes to making sure I put myself out there versus them finding me. I make sure I put myself out there a little bit more. That's my part. My lady finna hear it.
Listen.
Okay. I'm down with that, right?
calling all state board.
So I'm instructed. I'm certified. Let's go. Y'all need some help.
Listen, seriously.
Let me help you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, and I agree with the whole board thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there are a lot of African Americans,
But still, they're not in the industry. Like they
on
are
the
out of
board.
touch.
Some of them were hairstylists and barbers
But when?
in the industry.
But so
I don't know if they don't. I don't know if they don't have a voice or
Mhm.
they don't choose to have a voice.
if they don't choose to have a voice, or if honestly, not saying that, no shade to older stylists, because you on top of your game, but it's some who are stuck in the box of 2002. You know what I mean? So they have no idea how to keep up because they're not involved in that world. You know what I mean? So it's like the things that they could be contributing have nothing to do with the industry in 2020. You know, so they need to reach out to stylists versus just feeling like the damn police.
We definitely need to, as a unit, open up the line of communication amongst our culture in this industry and get back to the teamwork and the familyhood in our industry.
It's lax, and it will make things so much better.
Yeah, it would.
really would.
It would.
You would enjoy your job more.
You would.
For sure. Yep. So now we're going to end with our song of the week. And I'm going to start because I'm so excited about mine. Mine is Jasmine Sullivan's Come Pick Up Your Feelings.
Come pick up your feelings.
Woo,
she
girl.
just sang it on them Soul Train Awards
she did it with that one.
That is a jam.
I haven't heard this.
Oh, you got to listen to it. It's an
Lonnie.
anthem. Look,
It's an anthem?
Definitely an anthem song.
It's
Definitely.
called Come Pick Up Your Feelings?
It's Pick Up Your Feelings.
Pick Up Your Feelings.
Pick Up Your Feelings. That's what it's
You
called.
won't
I'm gonna have to get it.
Baby,
Oh my goodness.
That sounds like a good song.
It's pretty good.
Jasmine Sullivan has
pretty
never let
good.
me down. Now I will say she lacks consistency in herself with her music,
She
but
be going through a lot.
I think the
But
industry does not
personally.
do her right either.
I think that's what
think
it
that's
is. I think that's
honestly.
definitely part of it because she's quit several times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to download that.
She don't be on
Yeah.
that shit. Look, she don't be on that
She
shit,
don't.
baby.
She's like, fuck this, I quit.
Don't wanna
Queen,
say
what you been
anymore.
rocking to this week?
Ooh, child. I haven't even been. I've been listening to old music.
What you been listening to?
I've been
girl?
listening to a lot of her.
Okay.
Her is
Okay.
always a classic.
Oh,
Okay,
Summer
you can never
Walker,
go wrong
yeah.
with her.
Yeah.
And you
Summer
know what I
Walker's-
just watched? I've been really trying to get my energy up and get, really acclimated with the queenness in me.
Absolutely.
So I've been watching the Beyonce Homecoming
Hey!
on
Gotta
Netflix.
do it! You be over there.
I know how you feel about Beyonce.
Oh, you feel away about me?
I don't feel away. I'm just not a fan.
Okay.
But that Homecoming,
Hurts my feelings.
ladies, if you're feeling
Homecoming-
down about yourself as a woman,
Homecoming does it. I've had parties where we've watched Homecoming,
What
okay?
is that, a concert?
it's
Yeah,
her.
it's
Yeah, it's
on-
from Coachella.
It's on
Okay.
Netflix.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
It's on Netflix.
I love a Beyonce concert.
But it's just,
I love it.
just watch it. Give her a
I'll
chance,
give her a
honey.
chance.
Look,
You
It's
gotta listen to the
not
album
that I
stuff of
don't
Beyonce.
like Beyonce,
You just
because
don't see
I
the hype
definitely
of her.
rock to a lot of her music. I'm just not a fan of hers,
Got
if that's
it.
okay.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Understandable.
definitely listen to her music,
Got
and
it.
I like a lot of her music. Am I a fan of hers? No, not
Okay.
necessarily.
Okay.
No.
right.
But that's mine.
Line, what you been rocking to this week?
I got hip to this new artist called Don Toliver,
Oh.
and he got this album called Heaven or Hell. I can't pick a favorite off of the album yet, but I like him. He's a singer. He's an R&B
What put you
style.
in the mind of?
He reminds me of what's his name? Khaled.
Oh, Khalid, yeah.
Khalid, yeah, him. He reminds me
Location.
of him. Yeah, location.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like him. And I'm still rocking to my Sir. I love me some Sir.
I love Sir.
I
You
love
got
that
me
man.
on Sir.
I love Sir.
Sir.
Oh, I love him.
I'm
He
not
is a
familiar.
Sir.
When I hear Sir, I think of another Sir.
Okay, but he's very eclectic anyways. And
Yes, you would like Sir. Sir
Okay.
is your vibe.
Okay.
Sir is your vibe.
Okay.
Listen
I'ma have
to
to
Hair
check-
Down by Sir.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that
That
out.
song was the song that I had it on repeat in the tub. I was taking me a bath, and I listened to that song probably like 12 times in a row. I'm like, all right, this is getting ridiculous. I cut it off. But
now, what's
it's
the
like,
one song you be listening to?
Hair Down.
Is it November?
Summer in November.
Summer in
Girl,
November.
that's me.
That's a jam.
Summer in November.
I'm
That's
gonna check
me.
that out.
Look,
Sir.
that's a jam. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Sir.
to check him out.
Sir make you feel good about yourself. Oh, I love that man.
Yes, he does. But next episode, what?
One last thing. So I got hip to this thing on YouTube. It's called Tiny Desk. And Tiny Desk, where they do like live concerts of different artists.
That's a vibe.
And that's definitely a vibe.
Did you watch Janae's?
Who's?
Janae.
Yes, I seen Janae's. Sir got one. Division got one.
A lot of people got.
Even Megan Thee Stallion got one. But that's definitely another thing that I'm checking out on YouTube right now.
Tiny Desk is a vibe.
Tiny Desk is a whole vibe.
You saw the Janae one when she had the.
Yeah, because it's like the quarantine one where they have to do it at their house.
Yeah. So that's probably why they started doing it.
No, they was doing it before.
No, it was.
It's like
it
a whole. It looks like a little office setup.
Okay.
It's literally a tiny desk.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's dope. It's real dope.
All right. So you were about to say next.
I was about to say our next episode we'll be discussing entrepreneurship and purchasing homes and venturing out in the real estate market. We'll have a special guest.
We're gonna be some homeowners.
Make sure y'all come check in. This is good stuff. Y'all want to hear this?
Yes.
Yeah. So until we meet again, it was great talking to you guys. And
thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining the
ShoppeCast.